Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Pisano. When we start with, of course, the latest coronavirus headlines, Governor Charlie Baker announced today that non-essential businesses are to be closed until May 4th. He also updated the list, adding optometrists and chiropractors to the list of essential employees. 13 veterans have now died at the Holyoke Soldiers Home, at least 6 from COVID-19. The number of cases here in Western Mass continues to rise, and one community is implementing new shopping restrictions to try to slow the spread. Also, now to the latest numbers of coronavirus cases here in the state. The state is reporting 6,620 cases, 868 new, with 33 new deaths for a total of 89. And now taking a look county by county. Suffolk is reporting the highest number with 1,373 cases, and Middlesex following with 1,340. In Western Mass, Hamden is reporting 354 cases, Hampshire 69, Franklin 61, and the Berkshire County with 171 cases. The head of the Holyoke Soldiers Home is now on paid administrative leave, and the state is implementing changes since the discovery of a deadly outbreak of COVID-19 in that facility. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us live on her way back from Boston, where she was getting answers for us today. Audrey?
We went to the State House today for answers. The newest numbers from the state show 2 more veterans have died over the course of 24 hours at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. There are now 13 veteran resident deaths, 6 of which tested positive for COVID-19. 5 are pending test results, 1 is negative and 1 is unknown. 10 veteran residents have tested positive for COVID-19, and also 25 veteran residents have their test results pending, and 7 staff members have also tested positive. While in Boston today, we asked state officials whether or not the Soldiers' Home attempted to conceal the deaths from the public. Governor Baker and the Secretary of Health and Human Services addressing the deadly coronavirus outbreak at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. Baker says a clinical command center has been established to stop the spread of the virus, with every resident and staff member being tested.
We're also deploying a wide variety of available resources to help them. This includes the National Guard, resources from the state's personal protective equipment supply, and medical professionals from other state facilities. As
the cases continue to climb, Western Mass News asked officials whether or not the Soldiers' Home had properly reported the veteran deaths to the state.
When the individuals died, when were they tested, who was notified, in their family, and that is, as the governor said, that's part of what we need to really understand. Also in terms of just notification up the chain, if you would. There's a critical incident reporting process in Health and Human Services, and these were not reported up through that.
He's listless, he's fatigued, he's very confused.
Cheryl Turgeon, speaking to Western Mass News over FaceTime, says her father, a resident at the home, is starting to feel ill.
It's unconscionable how it got to this level.
The state has set up a hotline to improve communication between the families and their loved ones. Turgeon says she feels as though the veterans, now locked in yet another deadly battle, have been forgotten.
These guys are not expendable. I don't care what age they are.
Western Mass News has reached out to the Soldiers' Home for a response. If you need information on a loved one currently at the home, we'll have a hotline phone number that they've set up for families to call. We'll have that number on our website, westernmassnews.com. Live and on our way back from Boston, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Audrey, thank you for that live report. And now we head to Chicopee, where the city is cracking down on crowds at local stores that are considered essential, one of those being Walmart. The Western Mass News reporter Sarah Granelli joins us live with more on the sudden changes. Sarah.
Chris, if you want to head into this Walmart tomorrow, you may have to wait in line. That's because the city of Chicopee is requiring big stores like this one here to limit their personnel to 200 people inside at a time. The city of Chicopee taking the threat of the coronavirus seriously, cracking down on 6 big stores in the city.
The state of emergency allows the authority of the health director in order to save human life to take necessary precautions, and this is an order.
As of Wednesday, Walmart, Home Depot, Stop & Shop, Big Y, BJ's, and Price Right will be limited to 200 customers inside at a time. Anyone else will have to wait outside. Western Mass News spoke with Chicopee Mayor John View over the phone. He tells us why the city decided to do this.
We've been getting a lot of complaints about the lack of social distancing.
They were browsing. They were looking at bathing suits. They were looking at televisions. Those, right now, those are not essential.
The city is also pushing for safety measures inside the store as well. Lisa Sanders, the health director, explained over the phone.
We ask that they not sell anything that's not essential, so clothing, toys, electronics, not to sell those. And we just ask that they continue with the physical distancing, like they make sure that the customers are doing that.
A big question is how they will make sure the stores are following the rules.
There have been 2 officers that have been assigned to work with us, and they will go around and do the enforcement part.
One customer we spoke with says they're happy with the change.
That's probably a good idea. We're not all out shopping here for sports stuff and clothes right now. That doesn't seem to be people's goals.
The mayor's office says this new rule limiting to 200 people will be in place until April 30th. Live in Chicopee, Sarah Gurnelli, Western Mass News.
Sarah, thank you for that live report. New at 6, the Massachusetts State Police deployed 16 troopers into Springfield to help out local police in continuing public safety amidst the coronavirus pandemic. These troopers are wearing their own uniforms and operating marked state cruisers, but have been issued Springfield Police portable radios and will monitor Springfield Police radio traffic in order to respond to calls. Arrests made by troopers responding to local calls will then be transferred to Springfield Police custody. The Springfield deployment is just the latest of several by the state police in assistance to local police departments as a result of COVID-19 operational circumstances. Governor Charlie Baker extending the stay-at-home advisory and non-essential business closures until Monday, May 4th. Originally, these restrictions were set to be lifted a week from today. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis spoke with a local restaurant owner about how he plans to survive off of just takeout. He joins us live downtown Springfield with more. Leon?
Chris, Nadine's restaurant had to cut its staff and adjust their hours to stay open for takeout.
Nadine's downtown, this study, what can I help you?
Nadine Cashew is the owner of Nadine's Mediterranean Restaurant and Grill. With only being allowed to offer takeout, he had to lay off 27 employees. Now he is down to answering the phones himself and taking orders.
At this point, I feel helpless that I don't know what to do for them besides sending them to unemployment and have them collected. And hopefully that should be enough to carry them over for another, 6 weeks?
With the governor's announcement coming Tuesday afternoon, extending the restrictions to May 4th, Cashew tells Western Mass News he is not surprised by the timeline.
It is what it is, and I think they're going to have to follow suit on the federal level. So I cannot see that I saw this one coming. So they're gonna have to protect us, and this is the only way it is to keep us in place.
Some other adjustments that will remain in place: reduced hours at the restaurant. During the week, they're open 11:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon. Then they close for 2 hours and reopen at 4:30, with doors closing at 7:30 at night.
We need to keep everything under control on my end, just to keep the doors open and keep everything flowing where it should be.
When you go to the restaurant to take food home, there are spots for you to stand to keep your social distance. The chairs inside are flipped upside down on the tables. Cashew says he is prepared to stay open through the extended non-essential business closure.
At this rate, with what we're doing as far as takeout, curbside, and delivery, we will be okay.
Cashew says when he's able to dine in customers again, he plans to hold a special lunch for his employees so they can all enjoy food together as one family. Live in Springfield, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
Leon, thank you for that live report and for the very latest information on the coronavirus pandemic. You can always head to our website, westernmassnews.com.
Well, as promised, here's that sunshine in the later afternoon, and we have Still about an hour and 15 minutes or so of sunlight left before it does set. You see the clouds off in the distance. That's that clearing line that we had been tracking, as highs are still in the mid to even upper 40s, 47 in Westfield and Orange, 46 in Springfield. Wouldn't surprise me with the clearing if we maybe tack on a degree or two. The line is clearing out nicely. We're seeing some stars tonight, and we're definitely seeing a lot of sunshine for tomorrow as this briefly high pressure is in place. Now, Futurecast suggests the clearing line moves on out of here. A mixture of sun and clouds early on. Most of the clouds out to central and eastern Mass. A few stray cirrus clouds here or there, but I still think mainly cloudy, mainly sunny for tomorrow. So tonight, upper 20s, low 30s, clearing skies and cool tomorrow. We're back into the low 50s, mostly sunny and seasonable afternoon. Notice that wind out of the north at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now, we do have some milder temperatures into next week, but first we have to get through the weekend. How is that shaping up? We'll look at the 7-day in just a sec.